Hi and welcome to What's Cooking. Chef Ismail Arbee back to cook you with storm. Today I got something a bit more unique, not so Indian, but it's more, I would say, a confused dish, right? I'm going to be making your normal chicken fillet but showing you how to prepare it in a different way with a mint and red onion sauce with a hint of lime, balsamic tomatoes, and Bob's your uncle, you got it. So we're going to start off first with our ingredients, right? I did, however, put some baby potatoes in. We're going to be making garlic baby potatoes today. So baby potatoes in, a bit of water, I allowed that to cook nicely, a bit of lime, a red onion, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, salt and pepper to taste, some baby marrow, bit of chili, some Cajun spice, garlic, baby tomatoes, fresh jalapenos. These are awesome. They burn you, but they're awesome. Some fresh mint leaves, butter, rosemary, thyme, and I've actually found these ones, which are actually edible flowers, right? These are absolutely, they make your dishes pop out and look absolutely stunning. So just a bit of that for garnish. Spring onions, some fresh cream, milk, butter obviously, and chicken fillet. So we're going to start off first with our chicken fillet. Very easy, simple. Okay, so we're going to start off first just taking our chicken fillet. I'm just going to cut it up in half, slice it up in half. Just down the middle. I'll take my mallet. I'm just going to hammer it down because I want to get an even level basically on the entire chicken fillet. So just a simple tap down. Right, just caution, you don't want to take out all your frustration. Your chicken fillet will split if you do hit it too hard. So a little bit of black pepper. Alright, our seasoning, bit of salt, just a tad bit of salt, some Cajun spice. Alright, then we're going to flip it around and do the exact same thing. Black pepper. Alright, just a little bit. You don't want it to be too harsh on your chicken fillet. A little bit of salt. Cut down the salt because the spice that you're adding does have salt as well. And many people make the error of just adding in the extra salt, and you're going to end up with a salty dish. So our lime, obviously I'm just going to squeeze it. So you rub it down just to get the juices flowing. Alright, my baby potatoes, as you can see, are cooking really nicely and they're almost done. Just take my lime, just a squeeze of lime. Awesome. Okay, that's looking brilliant. Sorry, that side. Bit of a chili. And I'm just going to split it down the middle. Right, I don't want to make it too hot, so you're just going to split it just a little bit. Bit of mint. Just want to take off the stems and just use the leaves itself. Okay, brilliant. Okay, and I'm just going to take my jalapeno. I'm just going to slice it up. Right, you don't want to have those too chunky slices. You want to try and get them as thin as possible, because the worst thing you want is when you're eating your meal and you hit a huge jalapeno, which is actually really, really hot. So just thin slices of the jalapeno. Right, now many of you may see chefs cutting. Right now I'm going to show you the technique to actually cutting the correct way. Its bottom line is you're basically curling in your fingers, right, and your knife sits on your knuckle. So you're gonna hold your item like this, and your knife is basically just rubbing on your knuckle itself, and that's how you're gonna get a perfectly thin slice. Right, because you're actually measuring and you're holding your veggie like this. So you can do this with absolutely any veg, it's not an issue. That's it, nice and thin. Brilliant. Okay, so that is looking amazing. Just pop it in the bin. Bit of rosemary and thyme. I love these two herbs. They're absolutely amazing. Bring out so much of flavor into your food. Just a quick crush. And I'm just going to shred it up. As you can see, I'm not chopping it up. All I'm doing is breaking it up and allowing the little bits to fall onto my chicken. Alright, with the rosemary, on the other hand, you're going to have to chop it up fine. Because it is the last thing you want is a big chunk of rosemary coming into your mouth. So I just want to chop that up quickly. Awesome. So still tinge bit around. I tap that in nicely here as well. Tap it in. Alright, and I'm just going to take my baby marrow, chop off the edges, and we're going to start layering shortly. So I just want to take this and absolutely thin slices as well. It does take a bit of extra time, but you want those thin slices. Caution, do not chop your fingers off. So I'm just going to pop that in here. Okay, brilliant. As you can see, quite thin. Not almost transparent. Goes in there. Just going to take a bit of red onion. Just a little bit of red onion. That is looking awesome. Okay, and my thinly sliced jalapenos. And a bit of the mint. I'm just going to chop my mint up. Just a bit of mint. Drizzle it on the inside, and we're gonna wrap this boy up. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my baby potatoes are done. I'm gonna show you exactly what we're gonna do with them. For now, we are just gonna heat up a pan, right, on a little bit of olive oil. And obviously some butter. We're just going to fry that off. I'm just going to chop up my spring onion. Put a bit of spring onion in there. Brilliant. Throw my spring onion in. A bit of garlic. Brilliant. Just a bit of garlic in there. I just want to get that fried off nice. I want to extract all the flavors. Just a tad bit more of butter. Just wash my hands. Okay, brilliant. Now this is actually a double process, because what we're going to do is we're going to seal off our chicken first, allow it to cook halfway through, and then we're going to be finishing it off in our oven. So while this is nice and warm, I'm just going to add my chicken fillet. Okay, and in a separate saucepan, we're going to start up our sauce, right? So olive oil. Bit of butter, I'm going to let that melt, and we're going to be throwing in some red onions. I'm just going to chop up a bit more. Brilliant. My red onions in. Just going to get that to a fry. This is going off really nice. Right, you want to get that nice brown color on it. Just a bit of jalapenos in our sauce itself, and some fresh mint and garlic and a bit of spring onion. So everything that we have chopped up, or everything that we've put inside, will obviously go into your sauce as well. Let's get that nicely. Brilliant. So we're looking for that brilliant color. I'll let that cook off nicely. It's gonna cook really quickly. Then I'm gonna take another baby marrow while that's on. Throw my chili in there, and I'm gonna leave it off the heat completely because we do not want to overcook our chicken. Now, a lot of people make the error of overcooking their chicken in a pan, then it's gonna go in the oven. You're gonna land up with a very dry piece of chicken, which is not what you want. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave that to cook off. My sauce is coming along really nice. Fry that off nicely, and my baby marrow. Right, now you just want to do this thin again. Alright, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do with these little circles. Brilliant. While that's going, just going to leave our chicken to rest a bit. In another pan, we're just going to grab our tomatoes, throw them in, a bit of balsamic vinegar. I'm going to cook them off in the balsamic. Brilliant. You want to fry that off until your onions are nice and golden. Okay, then we prep our cream and our milk. So it's basically, I usually show you how to make a white sauce, but today we're going to be making a sauce just on a cream base. So it's going to be really rich. So we just add our cream in here. Add about a cup of cream. And just a tad bit of milk, probably around 100 ml. So it doesn't thicken up too much. You want that little bit of looseness. Let that cook off. We've got our balsamic tomatoes going here. Chicken is looking brilliant. Just finish off. Squeeze of lime into our sauce, just a tad bit. Brilliant. As you're going to see, this is going to bubble up, but it's going to thicken as well. So you're going to get that nice little bit of chili onion type of cream. This is looking awesome. Just grab myself an oven tray. Alright, our chicken fillet comes out and straight into an oven tray. Alright. Thereafter, just to give it a nice, you want a nice, good-looking dish, we're gonna sit and we're gonna lay it. It takes a bit of time, but the end result is phenomenal. This. Okay, once this is done, just a bit of olive oil over it just to cook it. A little bit of olive oil. And boom, it goes into our oven. Right, we allow that to cook off. Right, balsamic tomatoes are looking good. Cream, as you can see, the cream is just thickening up all on its own. Just a bit of black pepper here. Right, hint of salt just to get the flavors out. And as you can see, the balsamic is starting to evaporate, so we just want to add a bit more just to get the tomatoes soaked in balsamic. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out another pan because we're going to be making garlic baby potatoes. The smell is phenomenal. So just a tad bit of butter. Done. Okay, a little bit of butter, a little bit of olive oil. Just so that our butter doesn't burn. Balsamic is going on. Brilliant. And just a bit more. Okay, the sauce is looking great. Put that off. Okay, so what you want to do is you just want to cook it. As you can see, the skin is starting to peel off. You just want to let the skin come off just a little bit more, and then you'll be good to go. Okay. Brilliant. For our garlic potatoes, just simple butter, oil, a bit of garlic. Alright, finely chopped. And into your pan. You just want to let that cook off nicely. Alright, and obviously our potatoes will go in. Alright, so they are nice and soft. I'm just going to add my potatoes in. Just caution for the balsamic vinegar though. It's a rather strong smell, so it's gonna kill your nose a little bit. But if you do have an extractor at home, put your extractor on and you'll be good to go. Alright, our tomatoes are in. Right, so as you can see, the skin has peeled off nicely. We just want to leave it to set aside for a few minutes. Right, until we're almost good to go. How's my chicken? The chicken is cooking really nicely. Just taste the sauce. Absolutely stunning. Nice, refreshing, very different taste. Okay, as you can see, our chicken is looking phenomenal. Okay, they are ready, my little clippy thingies. Okay, I won't lie to you, these silicone gloves are really, really good. Saves you from all the burns. Okay. There you go. That is looking amazing. Okay, so another trick that I always use is allow your chicken to rest before you cut it. You don't just want to take it out of the oven and start slicing it up straight away. You just want to allow it to rest for, but keep the juices in thereafter you can cut it. Okay, brilliant. As you can see, our baby potatoes are browning a little bit. It's exactly what we're looking for. Right, our balsamic tomatoes are good. I'll warm up our sauce just a bit. and we can start plating. Actually, there we go. Alright, so if your sauce does land up a bit thick, obviously with it standing for a bit, you just want to add a bit of fresh cream to it, just to thin it down and bind everything together. Just a tad bit of cream, a quick mix, and you're good to go. So I just grab myself a spatula. Brilliant. That looks absolutely stunning. Okay, so it's garlic baby potatoes. And our sauce. So you want to take a bit of the chunkiness, you want to take a bit of the red onion in it. It adds a lot more texture to your sauce. Just drizzle around. Obviously you do not want to put your sauce on top, because obviously you're going to destroy the beauty of the dish itself. So just a bit around on your baby potatoes. Just a little bit of garnish. And obviously these beautiful edible flowers, just to add more color to the dish. And boom, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Chicken dish for today with the difference. Do enjoy. Take care. Bye.